Hello bros, Ceruledge strikes again. Someone requested that I play Ceruledge and here it is. I hope you enjoy it and learn something. So this game I will share to you why Ceruledge is very broken, especially in draft pick, because many players will ban this Pokemon, so it is a lucky day if you got the Ceruledge, so pick the Ceruledge right now. So before that bros, let me tell you the build. The build that I'm running for Ceruledge is the attack weight for more stacking ability, because the bitter blade is very good against Ceruledge because it has a lot of sustaining abilities. And the next build is the attack weight, I mean the muscle band, because I love muscle band, especially when the basic attacks of Ceruledge is really pretty good, and it has three boosted stack attacks, because when you throw the bitter blade you will gain a boosted attack in your character. So the next and the last build that I'm using is the energy amplifier, because the energy amplifier or unite move of Ceruledge is one of the brokest ability in the whole game. Trust me bro, the unite move of Ceruledge is pretty broken in the game, because it has a lot of damage and the cooldown of it is very low, and it is pretty cool, and it has a stun ability, which is the most annoying part of Ceruledge. I promise you bro, unite move, if you hit it properly, and you can also adjust the unite move of Ceruledge using the eject button. I will teach you that in the future video. So here, as you've seen, when playing Ceruledge again, most important rule is to counter gank the enemy. If your laning at the bottom lane is in a risk of losing the lane, especially if they are pushing very hard in the game. So just like this, I totally visit the bottom lane and I did not do my jungle first, but I will go back in there. So just like that, I am trying to help my bottom lane, because if you are playing solo queue bros, rule number one is that they will grief if you will not help them in the lane. So they will steal your jungle, and that's a number one rule thing of playing as a jungler in the game. So here I'm rotating at the bottom lane again, because the bottom lane is in a losing laning. So that's the lane that I will visit more often rather than the top lane, and especially it is objective time, so I will use this time to get the objective. So just like that, I use my unite move and use the eject button in order for me to reach the Talonflame there, because 100% sure that I will not hit the Talonflame there if I don't use the eject button. So I adjust my eject button in the upper side in order for me to hit the Talonflame. So it is very important for your battle item to be eject button in order for you to adjust the unite move of Ceruledge. So here, if you've seen, the bitter blade is very good because it has a lot of sustaining abilities. And also take note bros, when you're using the Phantom Force, try to use it defensively, and also if you have a low health, you can just use your Phantom Force out and use the bitter blade for more sustaining to your Pokemon. So also take note brothers, if you are playing as a Ceruledge player, many Ceruledge player commits mistakes when they're using Phantom Force. They immediately pop the Phantom Force, right? So that's why it is one of the pretty bad thing when you're playing Ceruledge, because you need to wait for your Phantom Force. You need to be careful enough in order for you to dodge the enemy's movement, and also it can trick the enemy, because many players that think that if you are using the Phantom Force, they will immediately pop the Phantom Force, right? So also bros, take note, when you're using the Phantom Force, you can just press the Phantom Force without moving, so it will just go in place where you use the Phantom Force. So just click your Phantom Force range and click again. Do not drag any of your movement wheel, it will just stay in your Phantom Force area. So it is one of the logic in playing Ceruledge, because many players I've seen is that they use the Phantom Force and forward, but they can just use the Phantom Force and stay in their position where they Phantom Force, so by pressing it once. So here, as you've seen, I'm just getting back again. So Ceruledge is really one of the most broken thing in this meta, because it has a highest ban rate also, and it is one of the coolest thing in the game. So here you will see the eject button again, unite move, eject button back, because to make sure that I will hit the opponent at the back, because sometimes they will juke my unite just moving backwards. So just pretty cautious I use the eject button at the back in order for me to hit the opponent just like that. So here, as you've seen, I use the Phantom Force to kill the Charizard. So it is also one of the key when using Ceruledge is to bait your enemies. So just baiting him that you are in the front line, but when you are using the Phantom Force, you can go to the back line very easily, and the Phantom Force cooldown is just too short if you hit your enemy. So here, bros, here's the play when I'm playing the Rayquaza, right? So I will kill this Charizard very fast in the game, but I cannot kill him, right, because he will use my Unite move. So I will use my Unite move to hit the Ceruledge here. It's just like that. So I will kill the Charizard and it's just staying here, and I use the Bitter Blade in the bush because I know that the fox is in the bush, because while I'm fighting the Ceruledge there, I'm keeping my eyes on the map. So it is really important when even you have a fight, you still keep your eyes on the map, because it is important for you to know the position of the enemy. Even like after you kill that enemy, right, you can just go to the enemy in the bush, or they will not surprise you because you know that they are in the bush. So it is really important for fighting, you are still watching the minimap. So just like I did right there, I know that the fox is in the bush, because while I'm fighting the Ceruledge there, I'm also aware that the fox is in the bush. So it is really important for you to have a map awareness in the game. You need to practice that. Positioning, map awareness is the key, and the logic of all the abilities of your opponent. So just like here, right, you see the Ceruledge players uses the Phantom Force very quickly, right? So that's why I did not use my Phantom Force very quickly. So that is the logic when you're playing Ceruledge, because many of the players of Ceruledge, they use the Phantom Force very easily, just like using it. They are like a machine using it very hard, very fast. So you need to also slow down in order for you to catch your foes off guard. So that's all I need for you to teach: map awareness, proper positioning, and use the eject button of your Unite move in order for you to hit your opponents very successfully in the game. So here, I just wiped them out. Ceruledge is really broken, and I love Ceruledge because it has a lot of mobility, because mobility is really one of the most insane things when playing when playing Pokemon Unite. So thank you, bros. I hope we reach 20 likes again, and like and subscribe for more types of this content, like tips and tricks. If you love these tips and tricks, just press the like button and share it to your friends in order for you to help your friends also. So thank you, bros. I get a 129k damage here, and I get 20 KO, which is the result is pretty insanely good. So thank you, and stay hydrated as always.